Hi, everybody. A very warm welcome to FitNCalm Sunday webinars. If you are new here, a very warm welcome. And if you're joining again as well, thank you so much for joining us on all these Sundays. In case you're new, so at FitNCalm, we kind of bring you yoga on and off the mat, everything about health on and off the mat. And every Sunday, we bring you something new which can really add some flavor to your health as well. So this Sunday we are doing on detox and fasting. Traditionally, fasting has been a very big part of the Indian culture, and we wanted to have Swati here from couple of months. Hi, Swati. Everyone can say a hello to Swati here.
Hello
so
everyone.
yeah. Swati is a friend of mine. We've been doing our masters in yoga together from the past 2 years. And, before I introduce her credentials, I just wanted to tell you that she's one person that I've seen taking initiative for everything on her own. And she's one person who's not backed out of helping anyone who ever needed it. And that's how I've always remembered her. She's also like us, me and Tejaswi. She's got a corporate background and she's worked for about 7 years in one of some of the top corporates in the world. She's also a yoga teacher and she's been teaching from a very long time, and she's a teacher with the art of living. She's a volunteer, and she's also worked on several projects for women empowerment, for women menstrual health as well. And Swati, we are very happy to have you here. Swati had been doing these groups where she was guiding people on how to do fasting and detox, and I was like in one of those groups, and I was like, I should invite her so that everyone can come on and everyone can understand what fasting is. At least all of Fit and Calm family can benefit from it. Swati, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Kushpinder, for such a nice introduction. I'm so pleased to hear. And yeah, this workshop was pending from 2 months. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, now finally we are having it.
So if you're watching us live, leave us a comment, tell us a hello. If you have any questions, leave us there on YouTube. And even if you're watching this later on, you can leave us a hello and let us know from which part of the world you're joining us from and how you like it. So Swati, we'll begin. I wanted to, first start with the question of why is fasting important?
Yes. So coming to why, but we should know what is fasting also.
I think we
What do
can
you
take
think?
up that first. What is fasting?
Yeah. So, fasting, many people have different concepts of fasting. In our India, we are free to, have our own ways of fasting. But traditionally, how the fasting is looked at as per the point of view of Ayurveda, naturopathy. So, the fasting is categorized into three types, and it means that you have to stop the intake of any food item, any liquid item. So you have to stop the intake. So then you are fasting, you are giving your body a rest. So during that rest, the cleaning happens, the body get detox. So this is what the fasting is
And
in
now we
general.
come to the next one. Why is fasting important?
Yeah. So fasting has so many benefits. Yeah. So many people think that if they will keep fast, they will lose weight. Many people think that to burn some calories, let's not have some calories, so and do some workout, so you will notice difference in your health. So everyone has their own concepts. But yeah, the main when the person fasts, it undergoes so many changes in the personality of a person, not just physical level but also mental level. So there are different levels of if you have experienced panchakosha meditation, or if you are in little bit of yoga background, so there are different levels of individuals. So each level, this fasting do the cleansing. So this cleansing helps us to keep our life going on more positively, more freely, without able to detox and to experience real you. So that's why this fasting is done.
And how exactly does fasting work? Like, why does it really work? Why in that sense is it important? Like, what does it do if we are just looking at the physical body, the Annamaya Kosh?
Yeah. So when we looking at Annamaya Kosha, if a person stops eating for certain period of time, what happens is our digestive system gets rest. Usually, people what they do is they eat, and what we see also others around us is people eating. So we are more to eat, and also like when if you see our as per our Indian tradition, we are believed that we take births after being different animals, birds, all kind of lives. So mostly what we have done in all our lives is eating. So it's a basic instinct, we are always eating. But what happens when we fast, we give this our digestive system rest, and this rest is so much needed. Why this rest is needed? Because our digestive system is designed in a way that it has to be working for certain amount of the day, and then later on it has to be rested. But there are different systems in our body, like respiratory system and circulatory system. They have to work all the time, but digestive system needs rest. So when you are always eating, you're always eating, and your digestive system is not getting rest. And very important function of our digestive system is that it removes the toxins from our body. It absorbs the nutrition from our body. When whatever food we are consuming, it takes the nutrition and it removes the toxins from the whole of the body. Yes, all the toxins get collected and thrown out. But if our digestive system is always working, then these functions get disturbed, and then proper um, excretion is disturbed. So then the toxins are not able to throw out from the system. So this rest is really very important for our body. And because the lifestyle has become like that, now if you will see in lockdown, people are at home, and usually what they do is they open some packet and they munch, keep on munching all the time. So even before going to bed, and when you wake up also you are munching, and at the middle of the night if you wake up, you're again looking for something in the fridge. So this habit of all the time, our digestive system is all the time active. So that's why the cause of all the issues start appearing from our digestive system. तो हमारा पेट अच्छा रहता है. If our digestive system is good, then our whole system, whole body is good. But if this is disturbed, this is not working well, then all kind of issues start coming. So that's why the importance of fasting is there, to let the digestive system take its time and get that rest so that it can perform better.
And I just remembered when you were talking, the definition of like health as per Ayurveda is also, it says sam dosha, sam agnishcha, sam dhatu mal kriya. Excretion is like a very important part of good health. And, that's, I think, where fasting. I also remembered while you were talking, so I just thought I'll just share with everyone. So while we were doing our MSc, one of our teachers, was sharing. So what happens, in where while we fast is also autophagy starts happening, like the cells which are not needed by the body, like especially for things like cancer, for things that are happening like that in the body. So they are like your extra cells that are going around and their multiplication. So it's like rogue cells gone rogue in the body. So while you are fasting, they are the first ones that the body consumes, so the body attacks them the first. So it's also very good for your overall health, and it can like help everyone. So now we have like
I
a
also
lot of
want
questions.
I
You want
also
to
want to
catch
add
up?
one point after listening you, that in Ayurveda also it is said that this Langhanam param aushadam. That means this fasting is the greatest medicine. As you mentioned about how the cancer cells it is working on autophagy. So this, autophagy is actually, this is all already done in our Vedas. Everything is very nicely mentioned. But in 2016, there was a Japanese scientist who did this research on autophagy, that when a person fasts, autophagy happens. That means the aging process slow downs when you fast. So this is really a very nice research which he has done, but which was already available in our Vedas. So interesting that the definition, if you see, of fasting is Langhanam param aushadam. Langhanam means fasting. Fasting is the greatest medicine. Greatest medicine. So whether it is a cancer, whether it is any disease, when a person fasts in proper guidance, in under proper process, then of course he benefit out of it from whichever disease he or she is suffering from, whether it is a small disease, whether it is the big disease.
I think now let's jump into something which everyone would want to hear. How should one fast? So traditionally, if you can share, traditionally what's been there in our scriptures as well, and if one wants to fast at home, what are the things they should be doing?
Yeah. So usually what happens is when the fasting season starts, usually people fast in Navratri, Shivratri. Yeah. So it is kind of a celebration people are looking to. And in that celebration, they tend to be making different recipes. Yeah. So they are, making sabudana khichdi, they are making kuttu ke aate ki puri, singhade ke aate ki puri, aloo fry, and all, dry fruits fried in ghee. So all these things are as a part of celebration. It is done, but it is named as fasting. So
I think it's a
this
party
is,
rather than fasting.
yeah. So this is just the change in diet. This is the celebration you are doing for that festival. But fasting is a bit different. Fasting actually means that you have to take a break. You have to understand that fasting is for your own self, for healing, for your introspection, to understand the importance of life, the importance of food. When you stop eating for a certain amount of time, you will understand that how important the food is, what kind of mentally how you're feeling, how what cravings you are getting, so how your body is dependent on certain taste, that tea, that coffee, if you miss without having on the fast, then how that craving can make you behave in certain ways. So this is really very interesting to understand that what actually people are doing and calling it is a fast. But traditionally, as per Ayurveda, there are three types of fasting. And fasting is the first one is air fasting. So, air fasting, you must be thinking, oh, air fasting. But yeah, if I will say Karwa Chauth, if I will be saying Tej, so then you will understand, oh, हाँ, Karwa Chauth तो करते हैं, उसमें तो कुछ खाते नहीं हैं. But what happens when Karwa Chauth ends? A full 7 course meal, or a party with, your husband is ordering nice food from the hotel, or you're going to hotel to break your fast. So that is again, you have to understand that person is fasting, doing such a work, such a important tapas. And when you are breaking the fast like this, then the fast which is done for the life of long life of husband, your own life is also very important, right? So if you are eating like this after the end of the fast, then it is not good for our digestive system. So this we have to understand that fasting and coming out of fasting, going into fasting, the whole process is very important. So how you should fast? So air fasting, then second type is water fasting, that is also known as Achman. Air fasting is also known as Nirjala. And Achman, Jal Achman means you are drinking water whenever you are thirsty, whenever you are hungry, you are having only water. So that is water fasting. And the second, last type of fasting is that is juice fasting. What is, you can't eat anything, so you can have juices, different types of juices you can have, whether it is a fruit juice, whether it is a vegetable juice. But what it should not be, it should not be the juice from the packaged juice product which is filled with sugar and which is not fresh. So then only it is counted. It can be a coconut water fasting, it can be any one fruit you can choose, and you can have that whenever you're hungry, whenever you feel. So when you do this, what happens is you are not having any solid item, so your digestive fire is actually utilized in your whole body to do other works which it doesn't get time to do, because all the time when we are eating, our body is not getting time to work upon very very important things. What happens is when a person fasts, around when person eats, around 70% of energy of our body is utilized in digesting the food. So when you are always eating, this energy is always working and getting wasted. And if the calories are empty, like you're eating junk food, dead food, so then you are actually only wasting your energy. Yeah, the body is just trying hard to digest it, to get it out of the system. And when this keep on happening, this waste is not able to go out of the body. It get deposited in the form of, maybe fat cell, maybe later on that fat cell may convert into some other harmful things. Wherever it is getting stored, that organ, that digestive that system of the body can start working in a way that you will later on disease may appear. So it is very important that we should actually take a time and think about it and fast it in a traditional way. So this is what I want to mention. I want to make it clear that these are the three ways of fasting. So you are not eating anything. But of course, if you want to change your diet, yeah, you want to, uh, you want to make a time you want to fix a time in a week or in a month when you want to cleanse your body. So it can be in a change of diet also. You can opt having only fruits at one day. You can opt for or having fruits and juices. You can opt for having only salads. You can opt for having soups. So like this you can give your body rest, your digestive system rest. So this also works. But traditionally, how the fasting is air fasting and water fasting and juice fasting. How the name seems, they are not that tough. They're really very easy way. Only thing is you should know the right process, right method to fast.
So, coming to the right method to fast, there are, like, certain things how we go into the fast. Like, if I'm going to fast tomorrow, what are the things I should be taking care today? And also post the fast, like before fast, during the fast, and post the fast. So, can you just share with everyone if they want to do like a fast on their own, just for their health? So, what are the things that at least now they can do at home if they want to fast?
Yeah, sure. So if a person wants to fast tomorrow, let's say, for example, so day before, the day you are going to fast, just one day before it or 2 days before it, you can start signaling your body that you will be fasting. So how you will do that? You can reduce the portion of food what you are having. For example, you are having three chapatis for your lunch every day, so you can reduce it to two chapatis. Whatever meal you are having in your breakfast, in your lunch, in your dinner, you can reduce the portions of your meal. Yeah, but what usually people do, kal fast rakhna hai, bhar ke kha lo aaj. Tomorrow I'm not going to eat this, let me eat this today more. This is what is done, but that is not right. So when we want to get that benefit out of fasting, then we have to take it seriously. Yeah, even in my childhood days when I was in school, and my mom used to ask me, do you want to fast on Shivratri or Navratri? So I said, no, I don't want to fast, but I will eat sabudana ka khichdi. So mom said that you have to eat roti also. So then I will say, okay, I will fast so that I will get more sabudana khichdi no roti on that day. So this is how people think, and like maybe people may think in the similar way. So this we should understand that if we are fasting and we want benefits out of it, we have to follow certain discipline. So you have to train your body. You can't give it a shock कि एकदम से खाना बंद कर दिया, now you will not get anything. So this is not healthy for our body, giving shock. So we are preparing ourselves. We reduce the portion of the meal, and then when we are fasting on the day of fast, then you can start your routine. So uh, whether it is a water fasting, whether it is a juice fasting. So on juice fasting, you can have juices throughout the day. Whenever you are hungry, whenever you are thirsty, you can have juices, you can have water. Only thing is, don't add any sugar, any salt, or any kind of masala, chaat masala, black pepper. Avoid adding those things to your juices. Have the juice as much fresh as possible. Juice it in your home and just have it at the moment. Try not to store it and then have it, because again the oxidization will happen and you will lose so much of nutrition. So you need nutrition in that juice form, direct form. So understand that you should not simply sip the juice quickly. You should have it sip by sip. You have to have it. You should not gulp it faster. So this is very important. Just thinking that how much vegetable or how much fruit it has taken to get that glass of juice. So thinking that if you will be eating those vegetables, those fruits, so how much time it will take when you have to eat it. So same way you have to take time, sit sip by sip, you can swish it and enjoy the taste, the color, the texture. Be with your juice. Enjoy that whole process. This is your meal. And then, like this, you can have juices. Yeah. So there are also certain kriyas that we have to do during fasting. So, as you know, the fasting, we are not used to fasting. People who are used to fasting, they will not feel that much of, change. But once you are fasting, you may be, when you will start detoxing, you may be starting experiencing the detox symptoms. So these detox symptoms are taken care when we do kriyas. So, mentioning kriyas, these are yogic kriyas. I'm talking about yogic kriyas, which are also known as shat karmas. So, there are certain kriyas which we should practice during fasting. As per Ayurveda, also it is mentioned. So, like Vaman Dhoti, Jalaneti, and Basti. So, these three kriyas are really helpful during fasting, which will ease your fast, and you will not be coming to the situation that you give up. So, what happens when you don't do kriyas? So, then you can get into those detox symptoms that will make you to lose the sankalpa of completing your fast. And that if you don't want, then I would suggest you to also do kriyas. So I also teach kriyas, and I think Pushpinder almost also be teaching. So if anybody of you would like to learn about these kriyas, which are really very supportive, you can write to us, and we can guide you. It has to be done under guidance. You have to learn them under guidance. But if you have been already trained, already know how to practice them, then what you can do is you can practice Jalaneti and Vamana Dhoti on the day before fasting. And on the day of fasting, you can practice Jalaneti and Basti. Yeah. So any questions related to Kriyas, you can ask, because we can't explain Kriyas here.
Yeah.
And it has to be learned under guidance. Yeah.
I think you just mentioned we actually completed, we were just doing Laghu Prakshalan in our yoga shala,
Yeah.
just like, yeah, Sunday morning itself, we just did that. Now that you mentioned.
Okay. Great.
Um,
Great. Great.
when you had mentioned fruits, I'll just ask this question because Nanesh is asking. So, can you mix the fruits for juices and vegetables, or just one fruit and one vegetable? So, I think if it's multiple fruits can be combined, fruits and veggies can be combined, and multiple veggies can be combined. So, just
Yeah.
let
Very
everyone
good
know.
question. And yeah, I should have mentioned it, but good that you asked. So we should never combine fruits and vegetables. People must be doing that, but as per Ayurveda, fruits and vegetables should not be clubbed. So, as the digestion time is also different, if you will see, the fruit digests much quickly than vegetables, and the enzymes that are released by our body to digest them are different. And again, in the category of fruits, also we have to be careful that if we are having juices of sweet fruits, it's okay. Sweet fruits can be clubbed and taken, but if we are mixing sour and sweet foods, then this is not allowed. Like orange and apple, you should not mix. Yeah, melons you can take together. Again, melons you should not mix with the sweet or sour food. Watermelon, muskmelon can be had together. Papaya can be had alone. You will not need anything else if you have papaya. Should not mix it with other fruits. Yeah. So yeah, we have to follow certain discipline of fruit. So best is to have single fruit. If you have so much doubt, just have single fruit juice. Yeah. And in
You can
vegetables, you can have vegetables which are rich in. We will never make a juice of aloo or potato. We'll only juice those vegetable which has lots of juice in it, like loki, bottle gourd, like pumpkin, like beetroot, carrot. You can have tomatoes. You can add. So, and you can add ginger for flavor. You can add mint, coriander for flavor. So you can add lemon also for flavor, but no salt and no sugar. I think. So,
yeah. And also how to break the fast. I think that's also one very important thing.
yes. So breaking the fast is very important. You were completed, did so much of work for keeping this fast, and then you can't open the fast just in the evening or whenever you feel like. But in case if you're keeping it for the first time and you are not able to sustain your fast, and you want to, at that time also, because maybe some physical issues which you are facing, or some engagement that you just suddenly have and you are not able to carry on, so you can always open it with a fruit. Never open it with a biscuit or a snack or anything packed food. Always open it. It's best to open your fast with a fruit. But if like if you're completing the whole day of your fast, and then the next day only you will open the fast, okay, the whole night it is very important you don't eat anything. You and next day only you open your fast. This is very important. Then the whole benefit you will get, because the process of our body functions differently in the morning, differently in the evening, differently when we sleep. So all the energy which is free from digestion will be able to work completely. So make sure to not to open your fast in the evening. You open the next day, and that too you can when like if you are having water fasting, you will open it with a juice. But if you are having a juice fast, then you can open with a fruit. So you're understanding that we are again signaling our body that okay, now food is going to come. So simply you are giving lots heavy food at the breaking of the fast, then that is again not a good thing. So that's why slowly we will increase the fast. So I will also want to mention about Jataragini. The Jataragini is the one which is now working in our whole system for taking care of different functions, healing our body. So this Jataragini, this digestive fire, which is always engaged in digesting food, is now working everywhere. So when you will give little food, then again it will increase in the digestion and it will come properly. So you can start end with the fruit, break your fast with the fruit, and then slowly you can have a salad, then you can have some soup, then you can have your grain meal. Like this you come back. Okay.
So water for water fast, fruit juice for fruit fast, fruits if you're on fruit fast.
Yeah.
Awesome. And one more question I wanted to ask is who should not fast? Is there anyone who should not be fasting?
Actually, everyone can fast, but yeah, like people with certain medical conditions, they cannot fast all alone. They should be guided with maybe Ayurvedic doctor, or because as per the medical condition. then only they should fast. But a healthy person who is able to perform their day-to-day activities comfortably on their own, maybe they have certain illnesses like thyroid, diabetes, or any other issues, which are these days very common that people are having certain lifestyle diseases, autoimmune diseases. So yeah, they can also fast. But the main thing is they are in medication. So that medication should be taken or not, they should consult with their doctors. Like in case of diabetes, what happens is the sugar level is controlled with that tablet. Yeah. So when you are fasting, the body is already working, you are not eating, sugar level is already low. And if you will have that tablet, sugar may go more low. So always consult with your doctor that should you reduce the dose, should you don't have the tablet on that day of fasting if everything is under control. So just have a call with your doctor and find it out, and then you can do the fasting.
We have lots of questions. The questions I
And
think
other
we
than
pick up.
that, yeah, and other than that, during pregnancy also fasting can be done. You can do fruit fasting, you can do juices and fruits mixed fasting. It's very very healthy. But yeah, you should avoid water fasting and air fasting during pregnancy. But fruits, juices, having the whole day of fruits, it's really very healthy during pregnancy.
Good. I think a few more things that I personally wanted to ask is, in our culture, fasting has always been given a lot of importance, especially days like Ekadashi, Navratri, Shivratri, and a couple of other times. So, what is the significance of these, and how often should we fast? Harshita also has asked, could you please mention how often fasting should be done, weekly, once, or every fortnight?
Yeah. So there are certain days which are already in our tradition. They are put on us to fast because they are very, very special days. So those days, the energy is different. If you go, I will not go so much in detail, but the planetary position, the whole universe is in certain way that the energy levels are so high, and those energy levels make you not to crave for food. Like naturally the energy levels are high, so you can stay without food those days. So that's why those days are made to fast. So then when you fast during those days, your meditation will be very very good experience. Person who is already meditating, they can go very deeper. The people who are do yoga or certain gymnastics or any dance, so they will find their flexibility is more during fasting days. When you perform yoga, when you perform whatever workout you're doing, you will be able to do it more nicely, easily. So that's why these days are very very important. And when you introspect, when you keep fast, when you do all your yoga, asanas, meditation in these days, so you will be having totally out of the world experience, and you will not need any food. So those days have this energy levels that will make you sustain the fasting so easily. So I would suggest you to start with Ekadashi fasting. Ekadashi comes twice a month. So the days are always changing because everything which is changing is actually the true thing, what the Indian calendar is. So that you should then you will be actually try to understand our Indian calendar when you will start fasting, doing Ekadashi fasting. So uh, that is a good way to start, 2 days a month. Yeah. But like people who are really busy with their work and they may not be able to follow the dates and timings and all, so then you can start with 1 day a week. So weekly fasting also, I think many people whose parents must be, I mean, if they are of our age, their parents must be doing one weekly fasting, Monday fasting, Thursday fasting. So that also are really very, very auspicious. So Mondays and Thursdays. Yeah. And but people who are working and they don't get time. So Sunday is good day. You can fast on Sunday. So any day which you are comfortable, you can start fasting from that. Yeah. So there is no such thing. You can start fasting as soon as you go out from this class. Next, from tomorrow, Just take a sankalpa that, yeah, I want to clean my system. It is the easiest way, the cheapest way to bring back your health. The only thing is you have to follow, be disciplined. You should not cheat on yourself. Yeah, I want to keep fast, and then you are eating. So that sankalpa you have to take. So then you will see the changes in you, and this is really good time to introspect, to see what life has given to you, and where you are when you are not eating, how the body is, how the body is so much dependent on certain things. And when you will start that energy level, you will realize that, oh, I am good enough all alone. I don't need these things. How much I crave for them, the cravings will reduce, the taste will reduce. I mean, the longings will go. So it is said in our Vedas that if you have control on your tongue, then you can control on any other senses. So you will get from fasting.
I just thought I'll just share my experience. Like, I had never fasted, like, before I had come to the Bangalore ashram, and I started fasting during Navratris. And honestly, when I first saw people, I was like, I don't think I can make it. Like, just even being on fruits, like, for 9 days, I did not think it was possible. So I was just on fruits and little milk. And like after having completed that, and then I used to do it like every year, and it was quite a it's quite a brilliant feeling. Once you get used to that, oh, how does it feel after fasting? It's really nice. I think everyone should
Yeah.
try that. At least start with little bit of probably maybe just fruits, or just decrease the size of the meals.
Yes, yes. Whatever you start with, that is best for you. You can start with just having one meal a day. Okay, if you are having 4 meals, you can start with having 2 meals. So just reducing the portion, and then when you feel you are ready, then go for juice fast. So it's not like you're getting scared, because what we think and what actually happens, then we realize how capable our body is. So
Yeah.
give it a time, and you will see that.
Even for me, I remember the first time I had done water fasting was this time Shivratri, and I was like, I do not think I'm like Pitta Prakriti, and I get very very hungry very soon, and I could like make it throughout, and I it felt so nice because I did not even feel like hungry. It was really good. So
Yeah, so
next,
these prakritis are also important. If you know your prakriti, then you can fast accordingly. Like kapha people are very very good in fasting, but they eat also too much. So this balance happens when kapha people fast. And similarly, vata people find it difficult, and pittas are like, okay, they can fast with fruits, like how she started with, how Pushpinder shared about her fruits Navratri fasting. So you can, pitta people can start with it. But when you will do kriyas, then it's very easy for pittas, vatas, they all can do all kind of fastings. So kriyas are really important.
yeah, and it feels really great after doing kriyas. Your body just feels so light and so nice. You feel like you can do anything without even having any food in the system.
Correct, correct. So these Jalaneti, whether it is Jalaneti, whether it is Vamana Dhoti. So Vamana Dhoti is done when, people usually get acidity when they don't fast, when they fast for, like, usually also if person is keeping gap longer between the meals, they may add to get this acidity. So this Vaman Dhoti do magic when you keep it during fasting before, like I said, one day before, if you do Vaman Dhoti, you will not get that acidity problem. And people who get daily suffer from acidity, so they, for them also it is a blessing.
I think it's even a blessing in pregnancy as well, for nausea as well, done under the guidance. It really helps with the nausea
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course, you have to learn them under guidance. Don't go for watching YouTube and then doing kriyas, because there are contraindications. So when you are under the guidance, this will be taken care. Yeah.
Okay. I think Swati, now let's come to I think the most important question. Why is fasting important on the path of yoga for a person who's on a spiritual path?
Yeah. So there are, so much of mentioning in our ancient text. So whether in Patanjali Yoga Sutras and in Bhagavad Gita, both of them mentioned about tapas. So what is tapas? Tapas is something that you go with your will, for with a will, with a with a positive attitude, you go forward and take that in your life to purify yourself, to remove all the impurities. So that is very important part of a yogi's life, tapas. So this tapas helps to remove the impressions, even past impressions. So the past impressions, the past cravings, the things which you are unable to get rid of in the path of yoga, it is very important to behave in certain way, to follow certain things. But these impressions may make you, not to follow. You want to do something, but you may not. You want to get up at 5 o'clock. You may not be able to get up, but you are willing to do it. Similarly, there are certain habits. Maybe you are getting angry all the time and you want to get rid of your anger, so it is coming from certain past experiences. So anything that is difficult for you and you want to get it away, your speech, anything. So this fasting, when one person go through, so this tapas, when you do, you get purified out of it. So the sins, the past sins, those are taken care when you do this tapas. So this is a really important aspect which yogi will find, and even others. Everybody will be having certain things that they want to get rid of. So this is really important thing for a yogi to follow. So this I think
Yeah. I
I
think
made
one
it
of
clear.
the like in our culture, at least, it's been whatever we do, whether it is asanas, whether it's pranayamas, it's kriyas, it's fasting, all of it has a purpose. It's for a higher purpose, not just for the body. And I think that higher purpose is for us to be able to meditate and to be able to reach another a level altogether. Can you just say a few words about that?
Right. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, also that a person who is into meditation, into yoga, will experience the deepest of meditation during these when they are fasting. So if you are, fasting regularly, making it a habit, and doing your sadhana, when you are performing your meditation, your asanas on the day of fasting, you will get connected to that energy more, like this. Oh, my son is here. So,
Hi. Shall we do a little meditation, Swati? You can also join us for meditation.
sure. Yes. Okay. So, people who are watching us, just you can stretch a little, take your hands up, do some side stretch.
We have such a beautiful example here.
Yeah. You can do some shoulder movement. Ah. And just some shaking of your hands. Just shake, shake. And just twist a little. Breathe in center, breathe out to the side. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And let's come back. Let us close our eyes. We'll chant Om 3 times and begin with the meditation. So this will be saliva meditation on saliva. It will be guided. So just follow the instructions. Let us breathe in to chant Om. Observe the vibrations of Omkar. Take another full breath in and breathe out with a smile. Observe the whole body mentally. Observe both the feet, ankles, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hips, belly, chest, shoulders, right hand, left hand, neck, face, head, observe the whole body. Take a breath in and breathing out, relax the whole body. Now let us imagine about our favorite dish. Just imagine the picture of the favorite dish that you like, that you love the most. Observe how the saliva has started producing once you are imagining about your favorite dish. Keep imagining and keep observing your mouth, tongue, and the saliva getting generated. Keep imagining your favorite dishes. Imagine the second favorite dish and observe how the saliva is getting produced. Imagine your third favorite dish and continue observing saliva. Keep holding the saliva in your mouth. Relax and keep holding. Slowly, you may gulp the whole saliva. Slowly, you may gulp the whole saliva. Let go of all the efforts and just relax. Simply repose in yourself. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Relax completely. If you wish, you may lie down in Shavasana and relax for some time. Slowly become aware of your breath. Take a breath in, breathe out. Listen to the sounds, become aware of the body. Gently let us move the toes and the fingers, keeping eyes closed if you're lying down. Slowly turn to the right side. Make a pillow with the right hand and relax at your right side. Take another full breath in. Breathing out slowly, come up. Keeping eyes closed. Sit comfortably. Observe the whole body. Observe the breath. Observe the mind, thoughts, and emotions. With a beautiful smile, take a breath in. Slowly breathe out. You may gently rub your palms, cover the eyes. With few blinks, let us open our eyes, look at the palms, and check it.
Thank you for the
So
beautiful
how is it?
way. You can type out in the
So how you?
comments.
Huh, sure.
Yeah.
You can share
How?
your experience. You can share your questions.
Yeah, we have a couple of questions. I think we can just go into the questions. This one we've already taken: how often I should fast, how long should I fast? There's another question: how is fasting different from dieting?
Yeah. So fasting is different from dieting because in fasting we are restricting any food intake. Yeah, and dieting is again the term which is given is for people who are looking for weight loss, and for weight loss they restrict their calorie intake, and if it is done under guidance of a nutritionist, yeah, so they may find the result. But fasting, as we have discussed so many the benefits and the types of fasting, how it is done, the intention which you have. Usually what people do in their house, the women usually, if you don't listen to them, if the husband doesn't listen to women, they go on fasting. Okay, I will not eat until this I get, or this done. Even kids say that to their parents, "Ki, I will not eat the food until I get that." So the intention is very important. So fasting is done, that you will not call that as fasting. Our intention, our mind, what we are thinking for fasting, it is for our purification, yeah, for making ourselves more better. So that need to be clear. So dieting, if it is the agenda is weight loss, and then you are keeping fast, then see how many benefits we discussed, and only you want weight loss, and for that you are fasting, and then you are cheating. So that again mind is playing. Yeah.
We have a couple of questions on weight specifically. Can I lose weight if I fast regularly?
Yes, of course. If you will be fasting, so weight loss will happen because body is detoxing. So if a person is keeping like let's say 5 days or 7 days of fast, so you will experience quite amount of weight loss. It can be 3 kgs, it can be 5 kgs. But again, after fasting, if you have not followed to come out of the fast, that routine, and you start eating again, you go back. So whatever you have lost, again you will get back. So if you are doing only for weight loss, then you have to make sure that you should know this, that if you will again come back on eating the same food which you used to eat, again you will gain the weight. The important thing is you are trying to switch to some good diet, like you are used to eat junk foods, and now you want to switch to healthy eating. So then you can start fasting, you can detox yourself, and then you choose to eat healthy food items. Then you will be continuing to sustain that weight loss. But again, if you will go back to what you used to eat, unhealthy food, then the weight will also come back. The toxins again will get start accumulating. So this is important.
And another question we have is: can I exercise or do yoga during fasting?
Yeah, it's very, very important. When you are doing yoga, meditation, you're going for a walk in the nature. So, all these ways are to energize ourselves. Our energy levels will rise. So, it's not like if you are doing yoga, that means you will feel, tired, and you will not be able to continue your fast, or you have to be on the bed. But it will be rather, you will be able to sustain the day more easily for yoga. I'm saying. But other workouts, maybe some hard workouts, so those we should avoid. But yoga you can do asanas, you can do surya namaskars, you can do your pranayama, you can do your meditation, and morning walks, evening walks. this is good, this will energize your you will get energy from them, not from food, but these things will give you energy.
We have quite a lot of questions. I think we'll just take two more because the time is up. So we'll just take two more. There was a question about intermittent fasting. Is intermittent fasting effective? And I know personally, a lot of people have been going on about intermittent fasting. So if you can tell us about that.
Yeah. Yes, very important topic. No, how we miss this? So this is so much marketed these days, intermittent fasting. But this was actually our culture from a long, long time. People, our parents, those generation, they used to strictly have their meals early dinner they used to have, and they don't just wake up and start eating. They have to do so much of morning routine, and then when they eat their first meal. So it was their life was like this. And especially if you have a look on Jainism, so Jainism still follow. They those all the Jains, they eat early dinner before sunset, and then when they go next day when they go to temple, and when they come back, and then they will eat their food. So it is almost like 10 or 11 a.m. when they are having their first meal after having after sunset, which was their last meal. So this intermittent fasting, the name which is was our lifestyle from long, long back. So it's very, very good that Jainism are maintaining this healthy habit which was given to them. But even in different religions in India, in Hinduism, everywhere the routine was the same, and many of them are still following. So if you go back, all intermittent fasting was our culture only, our tradition only. So yeah, it is very helpful, very good if you do under guidance. Even I guide my people to keep fasting in the right way. So this intermittent fasting is really helpful to take care of your health. Not eating in the night is very, very good. You will get a good sleep and lots of benefits.
Yeah, I think sleep is also one very important thing when it comes to good health. And I think Kriyas and fasting helps a lot with that. We'll take our last question. So these are two related questions to people had asked. One was, when I fast, I get a headache. And then there was another one which said, I feel extremely hungry, hunger pangs whenever I fast. So how do I manage them?
Yeah. So the meditation that we did, if you will just uh, see, if we our mind is all the time to the food, because of the things we do. The television is throwing the advertisements of food items. When we go out, the posters everywhere again take our attention. The colors red, yellow are used. So all the time this food is there in front of our eyes. If you go to grocery stores, the way the food is everywhere, so you will get the craving all the time. But as I said, when we do these kriyas, when we do vaman, when we do jalaneti, when we do basti, so you will take care of all these symptoms like headache and acidity and hunger pangs. When you are getting this hunger pang or hunger after even having lots of juice or after having lots of water. Also, if you are having this, you just have to sit by yourself. You just have to breathe, and you need to understand what it is. Is it the mind or is it the body? This you need to differentiate. So this will happen only when you will sit back, take some deep breaths, and try to understand it. Because most of the time this mind, the cravings, the people around us, if they are eating and we are alone fasting, so this will happen. So before fasting, you have to educate your family members that you will be needing their support to sustain your fast. So they have to be supportive. Otherwise it will be difficult to fast for a person who are starting, who are the beginners.
I think we'll just take one more question that has just come on YouTube. Swati is asking, another Swati we have. In juice
Yeah.
fasting, how many times we can take juices? What is the time gap? Shall we drink water content fruit juices or any fruit juices?
Uh, It's by your choice. Actually, the first thing, if you are fast doing juice fast, so the first juice which you will have in the morning should not be fruit juice. This you should take care. Why it should not be fruit juice? Because fruit juice is mostly sugary, and in the morning we should not want our sugar levels to shoot simply. So the first juice that you will have should be, it can be coconut water, it can be any veggie juice, it can be carrot juice, it can be tomato juice, it can be mix of some vegetables. So your favorite vegetable, it can be cucumber juice. So understand that juice should not be you're just grinding it and having and eating with spoon. So that should not be there. So just a second. Charger.
Battery getting low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is important that juice should not be solidy. It watery juice. You should use juicer. And if you are not using juicer and you are blending it in a blender, any vegetable or fruit, so make sure you stain it. Use the stainer, stain it, and have only the liquid part of it, no solids. So this is important. So then cucumber juice will taste. Otherwise, you will not be able to have the vegetable juices if they are, you know, kind of thick. Okay.
Awesome. And thank you so much, Swati, for sharing so much about everything. Swati herself takes regular online yoga classes as well. You can follow her on One World Yoga, and she also talks about diet as well, kriyas, and we also have yogashala where we also do kriyas and stuff. So we'll be leaving the details after a few hours in the description of this YouTube video, so you can contact any of us as well and let us know how you like this session. If you would like Swati to come back and talk about anything else, we'd be more than happy to invite her back here. And Swati, thank you so much. I'm honestly grateful that you could make the time out of your busy schedule and come and guide us on so beautifully about how fasting has always been there in our culture. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pushpinder, for inviting me, and thank you everyone who all are watching this, who all were watching the session. And yes, if you have anything that you want us to again continue with fasting or any other topic, then do let us know. Wish you all a successful life and successful fasting.
We've had a couple of people leave on. Thank you for the beautiful insights. Harshita is saying, and Anish is saying, thank you for a wonderful session. So, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next Sunday for our next webinar. May you stay fit and calm.
Jai Gurudev.